What's going on, my beautiful people? Give me a second. Come on in this room. My favorite part. Love. Come on, come on, come on. Hey. Y'all, when I say whoa. Wait a minute. I do not own the rights to this music. I mean, that's wrong. Yes. Come on. Welcome, 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 welcome back. Welcome back. Listen, I hope you missed me up in this place. Last week was amazing. I hope that you guys had an amazing last week because I absolutely sure did. I actually was undergoing the last stages of my Reiki. I actually was going through the last stages of that. And I received my attunement, so I am a Reiki master. But today, it's Manifestation Mondays, and so we are going to be tapping into our inner selves to identify what it is we would like to continue on growing in our lives or our business, right? So I haven't received a full download, like the Lord got a whole another volume 2 of Kiss Boot Camp coming about. If you haven't been able to go on Amazon and purchase Kiss Boot Camp, the manual, it's only $5. It's on Amazon.com and it's Kiss Boot Camp. Ladies, this that volume is actually dedicated to my women, and so the download has been to actually create something that was more unisex. So that's what I'm doing in volume 2. All right. So today we're going to be talking about you finding the you in purpose, right? Because over the past few months, I've been talking. First of all, hold on. Let's give thanks. Hold on. Listen. This is about our lives and career here. And if I can encourage somebody to start eating more healthy or change your regimen, if even just a little bit, then I hope that I encourage you to do that. I wore these pants today on purpose, right? This month coming up, in May 1st is going to be a year that I've been a vegetarian. Shout! Wait a second. Shout! I've been a vegetarian for a year, y'all. And look at this. Look at this. Okay, I'm still fluffy. I got some toning up to do and stuff like that. But look at this. I can stick 2 hands down here. I'm going to switch my pants later, but I wanted to encourage somebody, right? I I love meat. My mama can cook her tail off. If anybody watching this knows my mama, you know, and you're like one of my close friends or my family or whatever, y'all done been and ate and y'all call my mama and we want her to make stuff. So you know my mama can cook, right? So it was the hardest thing ever, trying to get my mama to understand that I'm serious about my diet, ma. Like, I'm serious. My grandfather even told me one time before, I haven't eaten pork in 8 years, but meat, it's been a year. So he told me, he was like, you used to love pork chops. Papa, we not doing pork chops no more, Papa. But I encourage you to change your diet. It's worth it. I mean, you may gotta buy some new clothes, but that's all right. My booty look a little flat back there, but there's something back there. It's just that these clothes. But so I just wanted to encourage somebody. I'm gonna change my pants later. But today is April 27th. Today is Monday. This is Mindset Coaching with LadyCEO. All right, so let me fill you on up. We are still surviving COVID-19, y'all. We on like day 40 something. I think it's like 44 or something like that. I don't know. But we're still surviving it, right? And today we're going to be talking about finding you in the purpose. So what that means exactly is, like I said, over the past few months, we've been talking about the purpose. We've been talking about what your purpose to do, what you're passionate about doing. We've even created goals and things that we want to reach to. We've done that, you know. So today I want to go a little bit more deeper. Now, this may not be the class for you today because we're gonna seek the cosmos, okay? Yes, we're gonna understand your name on a more cosmo level. Who are you in a deeper level? Not because your mama named you that. That's not what we doing. We going past that. We wanna actually know why the signal, the transmission was even given to your mom to even name you that. That's what we going today. We're gonna tap into that because that's important. It's your business to know. All right. And then we're also going to be identifying your birthday numerology by the end of this. But just to get started, here in my Volume 1 of Kiss Boot Camp. Hey, Mike. My Volume 1 of Kiss Boot Camp. If you guys want to purchase this book on Amazon, like I said, it's only $5. But when you come through my free program, it's for women. It's called Kiss Boot Camp. And it's to transcend your mind, body, and spirit. Okay, we do the same things as I've been coming here showing you guys in this group form. We tap into our goals. We understand who we are as goddess. We awaken that spirit. We get our spirit jumping and excited. You know, we snatch back the person that we used to be, or we identify the person that we want to become. We talk about chakras. We talk about healing. There's exercise plans. I got meal plans in the back of this book. It's amazing. You know, even for women, there may be some young girls out there who may not know how to take care of themselves, you know, hygiene-wise. I got information in the back of that book about menstrual cycles, how to shave correctly, which way to go. When I say the universe gave me the download to put in this book, and it's free when you come through the program, with the program free. The only way you gotta buy this book is if you go on Amazon, because you want to cut the whole work. You want to cut the work. You don't want to meet with me. That's the only reason you gotta pay it. That's pay for it. But today, so we finding out who you are, right? Now, those of you may not really understand, because this is it's new to me. Who I am on this level is new to me in the respect of sharing it with people publicly. I share it with people who I'm in one-on-one sessions with. If I just so happen to meet someone on the spiritual invitation of enlightening them on my spiritual powers, then the conversation has started. But just all willy-nilly, I don't be doing all that because people think you crazy. I'm going to just put it on out there. You tell the truth, shame the devil. People think you crazy when you do that. So I had to become comfortable enough with myself to not care about what people thought or what people got to say. And I had to be honest enough with myself and say, well, hey, I like crazy. Like I'm downtown. My office is downtown. You know, it's a bunch of crazy people downtown. And you have to change your mindset. This is why it's mindset coaching with LadyCEO. Because you got to change your mindset. Because those crazy people, the people that we call crazy, they are the furthest away from this world. They are the closest to the spiritual reading, where is regardless if it's the negative one or the positive one, they are the closest to the spiritual reading because they respond and operate on a plane that we do not. We don't operate there. So I learned to love and talk to more crazy people, right? I learned to be in their environment because they're not here. They're not here, and that's special to me, right? So, number one, I want you to answer this question right here. This is Mindset Coaching with LadyCEO. I want you to answer this first question, okay? This is some very deep stuff. We're talking about identifying who you are as far as the cosmos are concerned, right? So let's answer this. Does your flesh want to do the things your spirit is purposed to do? This question is stimulated from months of us coming here and talking about our purpose, coming and talking about what we're passionate to do, what you feel like you should be doing in the inside of you. This is where this question stems from. Because now we're on that next level. We're trying to identify, I want to know, do your flesh, because your spirit and your flesh are two totally different entities that dwell in one being, right? So I want to know, I want you to understand, I want you to separate the two, and I want you to begin to do the self-work if you haven't started already. I want you to make sure that your flesh is even in sync with what your spirit wants to do. And if it is, fine, cool, hold your mule, hold your horses. We're going to go to step 2 in a little bit, but this step 1 is important, okay? Does it make sense? Do you naturally want to do it anyway? Whether it's 1 or 2 things, 3, 4, 5. Does your flesh want to do it as well? Or are you dragging behind? I don't want to do. You still complaining. You ain't got an alignment yet. I don't want to. I just don't want to. Now, don't get me wrong. Some days, sometimes we may feel like I don't want to deal with people today. I don't need to deal with people today. And sometimes that happens, and it's okay. Sometimes you can't deal with people today because you got to deal with yourself. Sis, it's fine. You feel what I'm saying? But that's awareness, though. So as long as you develop that awareness, well, here we are today, and I'm asking you, does your flesh, outside of those days when you ain't feeling your best, does your flesh go on and say, well, listen, you know something, I want to do what I feel inside of me too. Okay, because it's too, I know it may sound crazy right now, okay, but you got to think crazy to follow on this class today. It's Mindset Coaching with LadyCEO, and we done took it a step further. Next level spiritual enlightenment, okay? All right. So answer that question to yourself. This is going to be a real quick, simple, easy class today. It's going to be very, very fun. If you're interested in numerology, you're interested in astrology, we're going to be writing down those avenues over the next couple of weeks on Mondays. All right. On Wednesdays, we're going to be tapping more into career professionals and business success. Okay. So number 2, do you feel like you have spiritual powers? Now this is for the crazy people. I'm talking to the crazy people. Let me see if I can tip this thing right here down a little bit. Okay, because I gotta pull up a chair, baby. Okay. Listen, okay. Do you feel like you have spiritual powers? This is a 2-part question. What do they solve, cure, or create? And like I said, first few minutes into this recording here, into this class, I told you guys that I've been keeping my powers to myself for a very long time. Years. I'm snatching by saying very long time. Years. And the only people that know a little bit about it is the ones I came in contact with during my consultations, or even my friends briefly know what I'm talking about right now. Right? Briefly. Only know what I'm talking about. But if you've been sitting somewhere by yourself, it could be over the past few weeks, or it could have been over the past few years. If you've been sitting somewhere by yourself and you feel spiritual, you feel like you possess some type of powers. Now, we're not talking about using powers in a demonic way or for anything negative. That ain't even my cup of tea. I'm not interested in that. I'm so scared to go down that route and manipulate and abuse my spiritual powers in that way. I ain't interested at all. And this is not the class for you. If you're interested in doing that, I rebuke you, bind you up right now, get out of my class. Okay? I ain't playing. But for righteousness and divinity. If you truly feel like you possess a spiritual power, maybe it's strong, maybe it's not, maybe you just thought about it. You know, that's your intuition speaking to you, prompting you. So I want you to take some time over the next couple of days. I told you that we're going to be doing these Mindset Monday classes on Mondays, right? And on Wednesdays is for career. So you got 7 days to think about what we're talking about here today, right? I encourage you. Now, you're going to see me throughout the week coming back and saying little stuff to prompt you. So I'm going to put this into your spirit right now. Anytime you see me, think about that question. Do I feel like I possess something special, something spiritually powerful within me? One of these things that will, that I can help somebody solve something, cure something, or create something simply through the spiritual powers that I possess. Now, one second, hold on for a second, because I do a spiritual enlightenment study that I recorded on Thursdays, and it's called Bible Study in the Hood, but it airs on Legacy Internet Radio Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock p.m. right after Street Talk of the Week, right on Talk of the Street Entertainment Broadcasting Network. So, but what Bible Study in the Hood is about, it's not about a religion, because I don't have one. I grew up Baptist, I grew up Christian, but about 5 years ago, I'm sorry, somebody was trying to call my phone. I grew up Baptist, I grew up, Christian, but about 5 years ago, I no longer had desired that title because I was seeking the universe on a much greater scale. I was seeking the universe to find out exactly where I came from. I wanted to know the story about Jesus. I heard it all my life. I wanted to know where Jesus came from. Okay, I wanted to know where listen, how the stars and the moon and what you talking about seasons, and it's raining today, Lord. I want to know where that rain come from. I want to know the universe. So what happened to me over the past few years, I'm gonna just say 5, right? Because I don't know about that or more than that. But what happened to me over the past 5 years is that, oh man, you gotta be careful what you ask for, because when I asked that, my life went into a down spiral. And if you have a negative mindset about your life going into a down spiral, you'll feel unlucky. You'll feel cursed. You'll feel woe is me. But if you have a positive mindset, this is why I teach mindset coaching. If you have a positive mindset, then you'll identify that this is happening for a reason. Hold it. Wait a second here. I'm going through some stuff, but I'm going through. Well, let me see what this reason is so I can grab hold of this thing and have awareness as I'm going through. Because having awareness while you're growing through a certain situation or time in your life, it takes some of the pressure off while you're going through. Because one thing is for certain, and 2 things for sure. I'm going to tell you something right now. Regardless of what book you read in to get spiritually empowered, whether you read the Bible or you read the Quran or you read the Daily Bread, whatever it is you read, I'm telling you that every one of those texts tells you in some type of way, using them, maybe some same language or different language, it tells you that you should prepare yourself to go through trials and tribulations. And then it come back and tell you that here's how you do it. You go through it with faith. You go through your situation with peace. You go through your situation with awareness. But it never tells you that you won't go through. It never tells you that you won't go through. So in life, I've just become to be, I've came to an understanding where when I go through things, it's all about how I view myself going through them. That's why I encourage myself and put myself in this position to educate myself as much as I can on information that I can give to other people that will help them change their mindset. Because it's not about what you're going through. It's about how you go through it. You understand what I'm saying? So now at this point of class where we are, it's not no more about just what you feel you purpose to do or what you feel like you're passionate to do. It's not just about that. It's about identifying how to do those things. And you identify how to do those things by delving deeper into you, finding you inside of the purpose. So that's why we're going to talk about what your name means. We're going to talk about your birthday and what the birthday number is. We're going to tap into the numbers in the universe, right? Because it's so important. I don't think that we as people identify ourselves enough just as living creatures here on earth. I don't think that we strip all the materialistic qualities about ourselves down to a science enough to identify who we are at the very vein of our existence, just as a leaf or a tree or a bug or what, every living thing. It's just that we are uniquely created and have dominion as humans. That, you know, we have this majesty over the universe, right? It's ours, it's our inheritance. So we have this unique responsibility over top of every other living thing. But the point is that we're still one of those living things. At the smallest part of our disintegration, we are nothing. Just like that leaf. You get a leaf and you let it dry out and you go like this. You ever did that? And you seen it crumble and fall? That's what we are if we dry out. Right? That's Bible study in the hood. Let me come back. Whoa, Minister Zion has stepped on that thing. Right? But I really want you to take the next 7 days and identify your spiritual powers. Right? If you think that you have spiritual powers, be crazy. Okay? Because I'm going to tell you something right now. A lot of people are good at hiding their crazy, but everybody in this whole entire world, underneath this whole entire big old sun, got a little bit of crazy in us. Some of us just got more crazy than the other one, okay? Because we equal. Come on now. You tell the truth, you shame the devil. We run around here talking about trying to figure out how we so separate. No, we ain't that separate. We not that separate. So I want you to identify or start speaking more about your spiritual powers. If you feel like you possess some, whether it's small, whether it's big, I'm going to just go over a few of the powers. The spiritual gifts that we have inside of us, right? But it's your duty to hone in on those things. It's your duty to be like, I want to research more about this. Like, why do I feel like I know stuff that I'm supposed to know, or I know something that people don't tell me, or why do I feel so connected to energy, or why do people say I always like I got this vibe to just heal them? What is that? Like, why do I think I hear the right thing to do? And I guess it's the right thing to do because when I do it, those are all spiritual gifts that sometimes in this world we live at a pace where we don't identify them as special. We identify it as second nature, like it's supposed to happen. Like it just, I just know. No, you gifted, baby. You're spiritual. The universe is trying to speak to you in a different way that it doesn't speak to everybody. Everybody is not going to possess your same gift. Some people may have more gifts than you, but I challenge you to identify what your gift is, because it's going to help you in your purpose. It's going to help you live out your passion, identifying the deeper side of you. So a few gifts, and you can find these. I still use the Bible as a spiritual text that I read, but I don't label myself as a Christian. I'm spiritual and holy. So the few gifts we have here is the words of wisdom. So maybe you're able to speak to somebody and encourage them, give them words of wisdom, words of knowledge, faith, increased faith. Like that particular, when it's categorized as a spiritual gift, like that particular gift of increased faith is the stupid, crazy faith that people be like, man, they crazy. Like they just be, nah, sis. Like that's dangerous faith, sis. Like that's the increased faith that is talking about, and it's possible. I get it all the time. That's just not realistic. I'm not here to be realistic. I'm here to be faithful, baby. You also have the gift of healing. You have the gift of miracles, gift of prophecy, gift of discernment of spirits, right? The gift of diverse tongues, the gift of interpretation of tongues, meaning that when someone is speaking in tongues, that you are one with the gift who is able to identify what they said. Whoa, I don't have that gift. I don't got that gift right there. But me knowing about that gift, I'm like, where that person at? If that's you, I want to meet you. Like seriously, I want to meet you simply because I know you got this energy, you got that juju. That I just want to rub my shoulder on your shoulder. Okay. Yeah. So those gifts that I mentioned, they are added gifts of apostles, prophets, and teachers. And that's just some terminology, some spiritual terminology. Now, depending on what type of religion or faith that you are under, you may call these things something else. But collectively and consciously, what I do on my Bible Study in the Hood show on Tuesday nights, 8 o'clock p.m. on Legacy Internet Radio, is that I explain, I strip away all of these, the separation between religions, all the separation between cultures, and I bring those things to the forefront, and I identify how we are saying the same things. It's just in different languages, and it's just from different cultures and from different colors of people, right? So bring it on back. Bring it on back. I want you, if you feel like you have spiritual powers, I want you to identify what you feel like it may be. It don't have to be right. You don't have to know all the terminology. It's not about being right. It's about seeking, and then the right will come to you in divinity. Okay? And I want you to think about how does it work, right? How does that power work? If you feel like you got a power, how does it work? Do you think that it helps something solve? Do you think that you cure something, like you heal people? Or do you think you can create with your power? All right? It's mindset coaching with Lady CEO. I'm here to change your mindset about what you're going through and let you know that you are growing through it. We're not going through anything. We're growing through it, right? So number three is, what is your spiritual niche? What is your spiritual niche, right? It piggybacks off of number two. If you have powers, what do they do? Type of thing. It piggybacks off of that. Because like I said, even if, so let me pick one. Let me see. Okay. Clairsentience is when you have a knowing, right? That's one of the clairs. And that's when you have a knowing. Like, oh, I just know, like your intuition is on point. You feel things, you can pick up stories and information through energies and auras. That's okay. So take that, right? The niche in that, it could be two different things. Maybe it could be, I'm gonna use me for example, because that's what I am. Like, I have a knowing. So for me, it's not necessarily, I'm building on being able to see visual. Like I see symbol, but I don't see words yet. But what I do receive is story by energy, by feeling. You understand what I'm saying? And based off of my experience in life and research in life, I'm able to pull those feelings and create a result for you and tell a story about what it is the universe gave me through intuition and what you've given me to interpret with the universe to give you a result. I don't know if that makes sense, baby. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know if that made sense to you. Pray about it. Ask for answers. It made perfect sense to me. So, but with your spiritual niche, you're identifying if you feel like you possess a spiritual power. That spiritual power comes with a category. In that category, you want to identify if you have a niche within it. So being clairsentient, I don't necessarily see things, but I know things. You understand what I'm saying? So that's my niche in clairsentience, right? And the second part of that is, would your circle change if you followed your spirit more versus what you think people wanted, right? I'm going to say that again. Spiritual niche, but would your circle change if you followed more of what your spirit told you to do versus what you think people wanted? And I asked that question based off of one of my iron shoppers this morning. It's called in shopping my iron this morning. We were talking about the algorithms on marketing and promotion online. And this particular person thinks that I should be having thousands and millions of views and I should be having this large following and all of that stuff, right? And a long time ago, that used to bother me. Shout out to Gary Vee. I don't know if you know who Gary Vee is, but he is an entrepreneur. He is a business owner guru. He is the cussing machine. He's like, you could say fuck if you're mad. Say that shit in business. It's what you do. It's you. That's Gary, right? But Gary said one time before, he was like, don't pay attention to like if your views and if people are liking and sharing, and if your thing is to make content, like just make content, keep making content, keep making it. Because if you start to focus in on how many views you don't have or how many likes you don't have, then that takes away from the message, that takes away from the purpose, right? The momentum behind what it is you're teaching. And If you wait for those people to show up, then if you're waiting for them to show up, when they, say for instance, they show up and you don't have a long enough catalog, you don't have enough information that you've been building on. So now they're waiting on you to create content. They can't necessarily follow your story. You know, and in business, people do business with you because they know, like, or trust you, or and all three, right? And more times than none, we oftentimes relate to a person's product or service because we saw their journey. We respect their journey so much. Oh, I remember when McDonald's had the Sesame Street gang. It wasn't the Sesame Street gang, but you remember those little the burglar and the eye patch man and it kind of looked like the Sesame Street gang, y'all. It kind of, anyway, you remember when McDonald's did that. People like to be on a journey with you. So what type of people are on your journey, right? What type of people do you need and want on your journey? And if it was all about you doing this spiritual work, would you, the people that you have around you right now, the people who are following you right now, if you had to say, okay, I can no longer fake the front, come on, Holy Spirit, is this therapy for me? Because listen, if you had to say the people who are following me right now, the people who are watching me right now, if they aren't my people, then I gotta let them go. Because if your spirit is telling you to go forth and produce this information or teach this class or be a vessel for this particular source of rehabilitation, if your spirit is telling you to do this, right, would your crowd that you're doing it for still be the people that you have right now? If your answer is no, it's time to change your circle. If your answer is no, it's time to go back to the drawing board and identify who those ideal people are. And you have to become comfortable with the fact that it may not be a whole lot. You have to become comfortable with the fact that it may not be as many as you thought it was going to be. And once you do that, I guarantee that you'll attract all the right people in all the right places, because you are following your divine orchestration, your divine life path. You have identified the you in your purpose, right? So, I don't know. Before I let you go, let me see how long I'm gonna have you on here. I don't know, but before I let you go, the fun part to take away from this. So you got your 3 assignments. Number 1 is, does your flesh want to do things your spirit is purposed to do? Number 2 is, do you feel like you have spiritual powers? If so, what do they do? Do they solve, cure, or create, or something else? Number 3 is, what is your spiritual niche? Would your circle change if you followed your spirit more versus than what you think people wanted you to do? I want you to answer those questions successfully, okay? All right. Now, this was all about seeking the cosmos, about you and the purpose. This was all about seeking the cosmos and understanding your name and identifying your birthday numerology, which we're going to do in the back, okay? So I got my name and my birthday to use as an example, okay? If you are, if you are in numerology right now, I'm ready to blow your mind. Woo! If I don't hurt myself. Okay? So, all right, let me see. So this is my name. Okay, my real name. Y'all know me as LadyCEO. Some of you do anyway. Some of you know me as Muffin too. I'm going to put it on out there. Except True Shame Devil. My childhood nickname is Muffin. All right. So, first and foremost, I want to do this, all right? I want you to know that this is just Numerology 100, all right? Numerology 100. Each letter has a numerical vibration, okay? And what you do with that numerical vibration is that you add it up in totality, like 0 plus 6 plus 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 9 plus 8 plus 8. That's how you total it up, okay? And each letter, like I said, has a numerical variation, right? The number pattern that I like to work with in mathematics, you have in different cultures and different religions and practices, nearly everyone has their own mathematics and their numbers and their symbols and different things like that, but they are closely connected. All of them are closely connected, no matter what culture, religion you go into. I bet that with my life. All right, so X, right? So X is 6, A is 1, B is 4, E is 5, R is 9, I is 9, A is 1. Okay. Then you got, so that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. 17, 18, 19, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. All right. So so you got 35, right? So what you do in numerology is you do 3 plus 5. Anytime that you have a double digit and it's not a master numbers being 11, 22, 33, 44, 55. I can keep going. But the most significant master numbers that you've ever seen may be 11, 22, 33. Okay? So unless you have one of those numbers that pop up, you're supposed to reduce the number down to a single digit. So how you do that is you then take this number that you got and you say the number plus the number. So 3 plus 5 is 8. Right? And this is my ruling number, my karmic number, foundation of life, right? And so we're going to come here and then I'm going to do my birthday numerology. Now you have different ways. You can pull different information. Say, name numerology. You can separate it in a couple different ways, all right? You got your karmic number you can find out about, and that's with adding all of the numbers, all of the letters in your name together. You also have the motivation number. And the motivation number is what you use. You only pull the vowels out of the name. So A-E-I-O-U. That's how you find out your motivation number. So it's different elements. But here today, we're only going over Numerology 100, right? Going over it very fast. This is just something fun that you can do to get your mind jogging until next Monday when we come and talk again about you, right? All right. So mine is 8. Number 8 in numerology means what? Find it out yourself. All right. Then your destiny or direction number, right? The correction in your life. All right. You get that by identifying your numerology from your birthday. And you're only going to use this part of your birthday when it comes down to your destiny number. So that's 6 plus 2 plus 1 plus 9 plus 8 plus 8. So we got 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. 34 is what we got from this, right? And so what we do again, 3 plus 4. 3 plus 4 is what? 7. So these are my numbers right here. If you want to, I can't believe I just put myself on the first screen like this today. But listen, I'm here to teach, baby. You better use me, universe. So if you want to find out some more about lady CEOs out here, then I just gave you my numbers, okay? The beginning, my first initial is X, okay? Yes, all the struggle, everything that I've been through, the crossroads I had to cross. My initial is 6, equality, domestication. My total number, ruling number is 8. And mathematics, that is to build. Let me see. Oh, okay, cool. Yep, that is to build. And then we have the destiny and direction number, which is 7. That's God number. That's the number of collective consciousness. So I will be doing this. I will be doing collective consciousness even if I didn't want to. Okay. Eventually, I will be being forced to do it by the universe. So it's interesting to find that out. I want you to do that with your own name. if you need the name numerology and how to, if you need the numbers relating to alphabets, then I would send that to you. I can send that to you. Or either you can look it up. I may just put a link below so you'll be able to search those numbers for yourself. But that's how you do it, okay? I'm going to read you, before I go, I'm just going to read you a little bit of this, the 8 and the 7, right? Okay, so the 7 resonates with, so if your life path number, if your destiny number is 7, right, or life path number, the number 7 relates with the vibrational energies of the collective consciousness and spirituality. It stands for spiritual awakening, awareness, spiritual enlightenment, spiritual acceptance and development, wisdom, and psychic abilities. All right, told you a lot about me. And then number 8. 8 is the number of professionalism, right? Management, material wealth, all right? Good judgment, money, finances, riches, manifesting, abundance, prosperity, provision, investments, discrimination, giving and receiving, thoughtfulness, social status, the ego, aggression, compassion, executive, delegation, truth, integrity. Listen, I can go on and on and on. And so what happened was, before I even knew, I'm gonna be honest with you. Before I even knew why I was passionate about what I was passionate about. Hold on, I'm sorry. Let me fix it. I'm fixing it. Okay. Right. So before I knew what I was even passionate about, why I was passionate about what I was passionate about in life, my numbers, my numerology, the scientific combination of me had already given me the information. But living in this world, in this time that we live in, we're so far from the cosmos, right? We're so far from seeking the cosmos, and that part of our culture has been stripped away from us and given to so many other people that it looks different. Oh, that's that white people mess. Oh, that's that Asian stuff. Oh, that's voodoo. Oh, that's you, boo. Like, this belongs to you, boo. Okay? The sun rises and the moon falls on you. Birds chirp all around you. They wake you up. When you're walking in the distance, the wind blows. You have these downloads of information, whether it's good news or bad news. You receive that, and where does it come from? It comes from an ultimate source. So if I'm able to pull out bad from the source, Lord, am I able to pull out good too? Yes. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. If I'm going to be on this purpose and passion in life, if I'm supposed to create these situations and leave behind this generational wealth and break generational curses, how am I supposed to identify these things? I have a passion to live out. I have a purpose that's burning inside of me. Where is these things coming from? You, boo. Dig deeper in you. You are all within existence. All you have to find is your place. And I encourage you to do so. So you got 3 lessons, three homework assignments. Well, you really got 4, because I want you to find out your name numerology. I want you to find out your name numerology, and I want you to find out your birthday numerology. And then I want you to answer these questions too, because we got to change the mindset of where we're going here. We got to identify why we're going through what we're going through and why we're purposed to do what it is we're purposed to do. And that gives us our second breath. Right? That gives it play. All right, cool. All right, so make sure you do that. And I'll meet you back here Wednesday for Wellness Wednesday with LadyCEO. And we're gonna be talking about some business success tips, some next level business success information for your butt, okay? In the meantime, between time, make sure you stay connected to me. I post little stuff here and there. Go and check out, I just dropped a link for if you're a career professional and you are seeking a umbrella or corporation to do what it is you were purposed to do, whether you teach, you heal, you're just a leader, whatever the case may be. You have studies and lesson plans, you want to facilitate workshops, you want to, whatever it is you want to do as a career professional, go and visit ladyceo.biz/careers and apply. I don't know. I don't have any employees. I have people who work with me. Go check it out. I did enough talking. I'm ready to eat my grapes. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. I love you. I see you Wednesday.